Okay, so opening up the TaoTao Invader E500 dirt bike, and it came in this box that was more or less kind of hammered, but it inside there was this iron frame box, which is incredible. There's definitely less chance of it getting damaged. While pulling it all apart, I'm finding it's not zip tied like I thought it was. They're just really, really heavy duty twist ties, putting it all together. Now, what I'll do in later videos is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna update this, and after I've assembled it after Christmas, and this is given out, we'll go ahead and make sure to give you guys a nice video on the test drives and how it runs and everything else. So I'll update you later. So for our review on this thing, as it is, some of the things that we found that we really like are the speed. It goes pretty quick, considering all things. I'm not sure what the speed is exactly, and I'm not sure how to tell. But if I get that, I'll put it in the comments down below, or in the description down below. It's actually really comfortable, I think, for him to ride. Not so much as an adult, as it's tiny, but even then, it's still not too bad. He's 11 years old, so riding it is actually, you know, I'm surprised that it still fits him as well as it does. See here, the gear that we got out of China as well. So the helmet was, I think, $29, and it came with gloves. And then he actually got some of the gear that came with it. And that comes free when you order from the website we ordered from. The battery life is not bad. We actually have been riding it for a while now. It's finally started to warm up. It's probably around 40 degrees right now, so it's actually a lot warmer than it has been lately, which means that we've been able to get out and actually use it. It's been in the negatives for so long, so we haven't ridden it for months. And when he did try, he could only go around the block once because it gets so cold. It's so uncomfortable to ride with the wind blowing on him. The bike weighs quite a bit, and I'm not sure if that's just the batteries or if it's the frame. I think it's a combination of both. I actually bought a lithium battery, and I'm going to put that in there, and I'll add that to either this video or another one. But I hope to get the weight down once I get that battery swapped out. If we're talking about some of the downsides of it, I would say that it doesn't drive almost at all in this terrain right over here. So this isn't even bad over here, and it won't go through this. That's really important. If you're looking at getting one of these, it won't go through any of this terrain. It goes super slow if you can get it to ride through it. Otherwise, you've got to keep it on just level ground. The road, it runs great. Obviously, you're watching it, it's going. Again, it's not a good bike if you have a long winter like we do. We got it anyway. We really wanted to do that no matter what. You may have just heard right there, when he applies the brakes, you can really hear him squeal and squeak, and I've heard that's indicative of the Razors as well. I don't think that has anything to do with this model. We've heard that that's just with all of these little bikes. That's a thing. I think assembly was the only other thing I really wanted to cover, and that went really smooth. It wasn't too bad. It would have been nicer had it not weighed so much, but even then it worked out really well. I definitely get it again. I'm not upset that I bought it. I'm really happy that I got it, and we do plan on doing modifications to it to make it even more fun than it already is. So anyway, that's my review of the TaoTao little electric dirt bike. Hope you like it. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below, and we'd love to hear them. Let's see if we can't see what Joseph thinks, if I can get him to stop. No? All right, buddy. Why don't you tell us what you think of it?
I think it's really nice, and it works really well. I just really like the design and the colors. And also how it shows you right here, like how much life you have left in it.
It's got a little indicator right there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, he's been riding all around, and it's still at max life, and he was riding it for quite a while before we got out here. Now, the battery life didn't last this long in the winter when it was in the negatives, and well, it gets pretty low here when it's below 0 Fahrenheit. It doesn't last long at all. But yeah, now that it's in the 40s, you've been riding that thing for quite a while. It's been pretty fun. He said it was kind of scary for some reasons. What was that?
It's because whenever I stood up, even though I was trying to like tilt it, it's like turn it, not necessarily tilt it, it still went the way of like the gutter or the nearest crack or hole in the road.
Now a lot of that's gonna be Joseph learning to ride here, and so yeah, there's your little pegs he gets to stand on and rest his feet on, and they work out really good, huh? Mm-hmm. Let's see. He has a little bit of trouble getting the kickstand up once in a while, but for the most part, he does fine with that. It's really tight spring on there. You can see that the motor is back here, and so if we ever wanted to expand and make the tires larger or anything like that, there's no room right there. You'd have to somehow move that motor up into this section up here, which is where all the 3 different battery packs are that we've read about. It does have the suspension for going in the dirt. And this right here, this suspension right here works. Go ahead and bounce up and down on it, buddy. I think you mostly see any marks on it from when I've been on it, but yeah, so it's got the suspension. It's designed for going off into this dirt area, but how'd that turn out?
Scary.
It doesn't really go much, does it? It kind of hangs out there all by itself. It goes really slow.
I'm not that good at riding it either. I need to work on it a lot, but
yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of shivering, and it's because it's like 40 degrees, but you know, that's a lot warmer than what it was, which is why we're out here. Anyway, we'll go ahead and update the review later and give you guys all this stuff. And if you have any other questions, again, leave them down below. Thanks. Okay, here we are, close to 9 months later. And Joseph, go ahead. So we replaced the batteries with the lithium batteries. I got a 36 volt, I think 11 or 12 amp hour. And now it climbs hills and has a lot more torque. It's a lot faster, it lasts longer, and it weighed 1/6 of what the other batteries did to get combined. Anyway, that's our review. We'll probably throw up another video later showing some more upgrades and things we wanted to do on it.